Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Pro Corner episode 98. We are back. I know it's been a few weeks since we've had a Pro Corner, and I apologize for that, but the main issue that we've had is really just kind of the scheduling with some of the players and really the Heart of the Swarm launch and just that business. And I've been, kind of thinking about some changes to the show, too. So, it's a little bit of all that kind of business. But we're back. We're kind of calling this Pro Corner 2.0 now. And one of the things that we've announced, the last few days is that I have a new co-host for the show, and I'm super, super excited to be, introducing him and having him really add an element to the show that we've never had in the past, which is just, a much more in-depth expertise in the the strategy aspects of all three races, because I've always been a Zerg player, so obviously my knowledge has always been in the Zerg race, but even that has been limited to a certain extent, and the addition of Mr. Andre Hengshua Greytorp to the show is going to be amazing, and I'm so super excited about it. But Andre, man, welcome to Pro Corner, welcome to the family. I'm super excited to have you part of this all, man.
Hey, man, I'm so excited to be a part of this. It's a true honor because I'm sure everybody's heard of Pro Corner. Just talking with all my friends that are pros and even friends that are community figures, they've all expressed their desire to be on this show, to do something with ChanmanV, and it's so cool that I get this privilege to do it. So thank you, ChanmanV. It's a true honor.
Well, we're gonna have lots of good weeks ahead, so it's gonna be amazing. But to kick it off, though, what better way to have our friend, the Ukrainian MMA ass kicker Zerg player Dimaga on the show. What's up, Dima?
Hey guys, I'm fine. I'm really good. I just end my streaming and like for a few hours, like 6 hours. So everything is
awesome.
Perfect.
So Zerg OP, right?
Of course.
Oh man. So I figured we'd kick it off by talking a little bit about. Well, actually, let me let the viewers know that we're doing a giveaway towards the end of the show, and right now, guys, it's gonna go to a random viewer, but I'm actually gonna let Dima, if Dima can figure out some cool way to some cool idea to give out the giveaway, then that'll be really cool, because I love it when the guests can kind of do that for you guys. But what are we giving away? Well, we're gonna be giving away a Razer Black Widow Ultimate keyboard, this bad boy right here. It's actually the keyboard I use, and I love it. The only issue with it is just too loud, because I don't have the brown version of it, so it gets picked up on the mic, and you guys always let me know when it gets picked up on the mic. But other than that, it's a fantastic keyboard. Has the LED lights and everything, so you can play in the dark too if you'd like. But again, we'll be giving that away at the end of the show, so stick around. You gotta be around, or else you're not gonna be able to win. So that's really the key to it. But yeah, okay, so let's get to MLG, guys. So did you guys get a chance to watch all the games live or the VODs?
Yeah, I see like yesterday games, almost every single game, like all day. Mm-hmm. So all weekend I was near MLG. Some games I missed, but overall I see a lot of live game. Yeah, I'm really impressed about live.
Oh my gosh. Greytorp, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I went to SoCal Esports Barcraft. It was absolutely fantastic. And, God, I saw, of course, all the semifinals, the finals. They were insane. I think life is not a human being. We were joking in the car. I was with Mr. Bitter, Fuser, Rotterdam in the car going back. And they're like, oh, well, I guess, there's complete balance since it's, 2 Terrans, 1 Zerg, 1 Protoss in the top 4. I mean, that's statistically... I guess you would say balance, and I was like, no, it's not balanced. It's 1 life, 2 Terrans, and a Protoss.
Exactly. And let's just be clear. I mean, like, going into this event, I think the consensus was that Terran had, was kind of OP, overpowered, and they had a lot of, toys that they could play with, and was giving, especially Zerg. Like, TVZ seemed the most broken out of all the matchups going into that tournament. And life just turned it on its head, man. It it was pretty phenomenal. I think a lot of Zergs, including yourself, Dima, I think they were inspired by watching it, which is
for sure.
amazing. You know what I mean? Like I haven't really heard people tweeting that and really meaning it. You know that, oh my god, I need to train. You know, this is so inspiring to like get me to train even harder. You know, watching like the level at which Life was playing, and yeah, it's just so cool, so cool. But what did you guys think about just the event in itself? You know, did you guys like the format? You know, just the 32 single elimination, and that thing. You know, obviously no open brackets, so a lot of people were complaining about that. But you know, how did it end up for you guys? Were y'all pretty entertained by it?
Yeah, for me, like as a viewer, as a like observer, I was at home and it was very, very interesting because there's a lot of good matches and two streams at once. Like all organization, what I see from home, like all free 720p, I think like almost full HD for free. It's just awesome. I really appreciated what they're doing, and overall, it was really great to see. About like tournament, like single or double elimination, open brackets, it's always will be discussion. So
yeah,
I think it's okay. It's not a big deal.
Cool. What'd you think?
I love single eliminations. I think single elimination is definitely the way to go because it feels like you have something on the line. Yes, I mean, it kind of stinks that people travel so long just to get to this place and maybe play one best of 5. Like, if you're faced off against Life in the very beginning,
or just like
was it Minigun
against Flash?
Yeah, it was Minigun.
Yeah, it's like, all right, well, I can't wait to go to Dallas. This is gonna be great. Oh, you know, you think you're gonna do well, and then
barbecue
you get paired
time
up against monsters.
right.
So I still like that because when it comes down to it, if you're not gonna beat someone like Life or Flash, you're probably not gonna win the whole thing. Yes, it's unfortunate if you're trying to make top 8 or top 4 because you could have had an easier bracket, but still, when we're coming down to it, I feel like the single elimination best of 5 series is a really, really nice way to just do any tournament. It really makes a lot of sense. It makes it feel like there's something on the line, not like, oh, well, he lost from the winner's bracket. We'll see him later somewhere, hopefully, we'll get back to you.
No, that's true. That's true. I mean, first off, I have to agree with you, Demo, about the 720p too. So, like, big thanks to Full Sail University for providing that because they're the ones that you know MLG said that was I guess paying for it pretty much for all of us. So really, really cool by them to do that. And yeah, I have to agree too. Like, going into the tournament, I was thinking that there wouldn't be enough it wouldn't feel like there was enough content just given that it was single limb, it was 32 and there was no open bracket. But you know what? I was satisfied. I was very satisfied with just the amount of matches and content that there was. And God, the matches were just so good. I mean, the first round obviously was not the greatest. I mean, there was just a bunch of 3-0s for the most part. but round of 16 and thereafter, I felt like were some great stuff. And the casting, I felt like was really entertaining too.
Yeah, I love it. Like, all casters was so good, so pumped, so hype. It was really great. I just love it.
Definitely good stuff.
You got a lot of really true fans there. Just staying up until an ungodly hour in the night and then coming in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's not that bad, but when you're traveling and stuff, and then you have to wake up the next morning at 9 o'clock to make it there by 10 or whatever, it can get pretty brutal, I think.
Yeah, especially the casters. Like the casters, they have to have a voice the next morning too, and we don't get enough sleep. Your voice definitely is shot. I mean, Andre, you know that, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, so really, kudos to LG for a great event, and I just love HOTS, man. Like watching that, I mean, as much as I kind of thought like Widow Mines and boosted Medivacs were a little OP, they are awesome to watch though. I mean, it makes everything so exciting. So I actually don't want them to change some of it from the standpoint of a viewer.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch. Like, there is a lot of aggression. Like, even the same like as Live playing, he was like so aggressive. I think he always like was playing like that, like a really aggressive style. He had it even in Wings of Liberty, right? But right now, like, you need to play like that because like if you going to like macro mode, it will be maybe much more harder, or we still didn't have enough time to discover everything. So it was really great, and like all these all-ins, double Rex, proxy Rex from Flash in the final, and all this micro stuff, it was just awesome. I really love it.
Yeah, you could really tell the gamesmanship from Flash. You know what I mean? You could tell how much of a veteran and practiced with his builds and strategy that he is, because he was throwing in a lot of, I mean, like you said, like those two proxy 2-racks and all that stuff. I mean, he's pulling out everything there. But Life is just, gosh, he's just so. Like, talk to us about why Life is so good. Like, you guys, both of you guys. What is it about Life that makes him just really at another level right now than everybody else in the world?
Like, what I see, I think he just, like, don't give a shit about, like, nervous and other stuff. He just play a game. He try a game build a lot. It's like, I know Zerk plays. Maybe I'm not that top level, but still, I think he game build a lot as well. But his game build, he take a risk, and sometimes it's pay off, and we see it was really pay off. And also, like, he bailing bust twice in a row in 2 games, and then he going straight to the Muta. Like, it was really insane mind games. And Flash was so afraid about once more time to get bailing bust, he just forgot about Muta, and Muta comes to his main, like, kill few
one turret.
no turret at all. It was no turret at all at daybreak at last game, after that, like, he take a so big advantage and still just win a game. Life is, like, really good.
I think Life, I mean, his decision making, it's so simple, right? Like, the way he defends on any map, it's just dealing with Widow Mines. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll just go throw a Zergling there, let it hit. Defending against drops, it's like, yeah, I'll leave 10 Zerglings here to make sure I intercept everything. It's just very simple decision making, but when you have 30 of those to make, it gets so massive that it's just overwhelming, and you really realize, wow, like, he's prepared for this, wow, he's prepared for that. And somehow with all the preparation, you always think that's going to incur some sort of loss in your macro, in your economy, in your army, something like that. But he still maintains some sort of force to attack with, and that's what's so amazing. He's aggressive, and he prepares for every single situation, or at least 99% of the situations. I think that's something so cool with him, and I don't know, he's just a great decision-making.
Yeah, he's really fast, like it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even talked about just his control. I mean, who kills Hellions better than he does with Lings? I mean, that's not supposed to happen too, and it's like, it's amazing.
Blue Flames, Hellions, like, like Lings 1-1 upgraded. It was like, wow, man. Yeah.
I know. I mean, so like, you made a good point there, like, Andre. I think the one thing for me is that there's so many decisions that he makes with those Lings, whether to run, whether to to actually fight, or just to kill a few units then run. That, I mean, he makes all the right decisions for the most part. Like, there may be a few. I mean, I can maybe think of maybe 1 or 2 times that it didn't work out for him against Flash, but all these other times, I mean, he's actually right, and it ends up giving him these extra Lings that nobody else has generally, in that point of the game, which is so cool.
Dude, his series against Last. He goes up against double factory or triple factory Hellions, Blue Flame.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see my shirt?
He defends Zerglings. That doesn't happen. That shouldn't happen. Like, it doesn't make sense. He surrounds. He kills them. When I surround them, my Zerglings still die. I don't understand how this is possible.
I'm telling you, Blizzard gave him some stronger Lings, man, than all of us, because his Lings are super Lings, dude. So, but yeah, it's really, really cool. I mean, I thought Flash and Innovation played amazing too. I mean, watching those two guys were like, I just felt like this is how SC2 should be played. You know what I mean? Like, there's no limitation in macro. I mean, like, Flash's macro is so good, and you just kind of watch it. Like, there's one particular part for me where Innovation was pressuring in the front, and he had a medevac, and Flash had a medevac, and it was only a few bio units, and Innovation decided to stop, or no, Flash decided to fall back, so he loaded his guys in the medevac, and then Innovation loaded his in the medevac, and he was chasing his medevac. Do you remember that part? Oh my god, that part was just like, that's like So cool. I mean, because I mean it's like a really minor thing, but that's just the kind of things that I've been hoping that SC2 would get to the point, and it's really cool starting. We're starting to see that in HOTS and with some of the Kessler players coming over too. But oh man, I know.
That game TVT on like Whirlwind, like Flash Against Innovation, was just crazy. That first game, I believe, or second game, I don't remember, but on map Whirlwind, it was just crazy.
Second one.
TVT was really, really great. Sorry, TVT. Even like usually you don't like to watch another's mirror matchups, but still like that level of play, it was just insane. Really nice to watch.
Flash was everywhere on that map. I remember that too. And then Innovation was everywhere the previous map, so it was just like wow. Crazy.
Flash was even playing from behind, I believe, that game from the beginning, and then still managed to catch up and still managed to win. It was just cool.
Yeah, and I mean, just to give some Protoss love too. I mean, MC's Stargate opening build too was cool with the Oracles and the Phoenix. That was really cool against Terran too, and it was funny because he was telling me about it when I was in Irvine because I had dinner with him one night. And I was telling like, what are you gonna do against those boost drops, man? I mean, they're just tearing Protoss apart. And he was like, oh, Phoenix killed them, no problem. And then I harassed with Oracles. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I have to see this. And then he was kicking some butt too with that style, which was nobody else had seen. So that's really cool. Definitely very cool. But I don't know, anything else on MLG, guys? I mean, I could talk forever on MLG. So, but.
Yeah, we could. I don't even know.
we can let some of the other guys talk about it, but all right. Why don't we? Kind of. I'm introducing this more of a interviewing type of portion to Pro Corner, just moving forward, and it's kind of just a way for you guys, the viewers, to get to know our guests. So Dima in this case, a little bit better. So, Dima, we're just gonna ask you some things, and I'll start off by just asking like how married life and the honeymoon and everything is right now, man.
Yeah, right now it's like everything's fine, really good. Like honeymoon was really nice. I posted a photo from honeymoon. It was in United Arab Emirates at Fujairah Emirate. It was really nice. It was really like 5-star hotel. It was all rooms from hotel was viewing on the sea or ocean, Indian Ocean. Yeah. It was really cool. Like everything was just great. If you want to, you can check it on my Facebook page. There is like a photo album, so I really enjoy it.
What's your Facebook? So let's just plug your Facebook right now.
It's just Facebook/Dimaga SC. It's my fan page, and in my fan page it's also this album. Yeah, so I want just to thank everybody who was voting. It was like a lot of people from StarCraft community, almost like all community. I just really appreciate it, guys. Just thanks, really.
That's right. We got the StarCraft 2 community is good for something, man. It's definitely good for winning these giveaways. We usually do really well in voting, man. When it comes to that, there was that one where we beat even the League of Legends community. Remember that one vote? I forget what it was. I forget even what it was, but don't take that the wrong way, guys. I kind of worded that a little bit weird. But some folks in the chat are asking about the giveaway. The giveaway will happen towards the end of the show, guys, so just be patient. So, Andre, I know you have a list of questions, too. Like, I know you have some of these questions for Dima, so why don't you hit him with some of them?
Oh, well, I know some of them, but some people don't know. Dimaga, so, like, tell us a little bit about like outside of your life, because not many people know what you do besides gaming. Of course, you got your wife. A lot of people didn't even know you had a very serious girlfriend. But what do you do outside of StarCraft? Whether it be like sports, leisure activities, hobbies.
Yeah, I do it a lot. But lately, I do it a lot like gym before. Like I also love like when I was a child, I love all sports like soccer. Basketball, volleyball, I play everything. Yeah, I was pretty sporting, and also like a little bit later, I like to a little bit boxing. then I going to just only gym and something like that. But lately I have a surgery. Like unfortunately, I have my thrombosis, and it kind of sucks. And right now and right now I'm just going to I don't know how it's called, so I just only walking and a little bit of
therapy, right?
therapy.
Like
Yeah,
that.
kind of like. But right now, it's everything is fine, and I'm okay. And it's like sports. I also played before a lot of mini football, mini soccer, like five against five.
Okay, like indoor or
Indoor, yeah, indoor.
yeah. Oh, that's fun.
And
That's fun.
that's what I really like it. Uh, it's like, of course, I studying like and my school and my university. I was in army also,
Oh, you
so
were? I didn't know that.
yeah, I
Cool.
was like 2 years, but it was Brood War times. Yeah, and right now I'm married. We rent a flat. We living here like more than 1 year already. I still trying like only uh, playing right now and like trying to watch on my health. Also, I trying to get to earn more money and to buy my own flat, and then maybe make some little Dimagas.
Oh,
Oh man, little Dimagas, that would be awesome. Well, that's great, man. Like I know you're not with MTW anymore, but how's team hunting and sponsor hunting going right now?
It was okay, but then I signed with Andrew, and he's
CSN Andrew.
CSN Andrew agent, so he take care about this right now. Yeah, so it's in processing. I think it's okay.
Awesome.
Everything will be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew seems to be taking care of all his players, so I think you're in good hands, buddy. So should be good.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
go ahead. Andrew.
Dimaga, you've always been in like the trifecta. Obviously I grew up with you in StarCraft Brood War, and it was always like you, Strelok, and White Raw, the Ukrainian monsters.
Yeah.
Just not on the record. How do you feel you are in comparison to the other two right now? Because you guys always represented your respective races. Obviously, Strelok being Terran, White Raw being Protoss. Do you feel like you've kind of overcome that trio?
Are you the best Ukrainian right now? Is basically what he's asking.
Yes.
At least in Wings of Liberty, I usually like win both of them, but still sometimes I lose to Strelok and sometimes to lose to White Pride. It's always like that. I think right now I can lose a lot to Strelok because he's Terran, but I don't know. But yeah, after like StarCraft Brood War like ends and we get StarCraft 2, we had a lot of Warcraft player in also. So it's like Kaz, Bly, other players, and like they are like also dominating in Ukraine as well, and in Ukraine and Europe. Like Bly also, he win I believe ESWC. Yeah, against me in final as well. In Ukraine, I mean preliminaries. Also something else, but I didn't play it. It was some also big. WCS World Championship. I didn't play it. So yeah, Bly also like was like top 1 Ukraine because of all these results. So we have really a lot of players.
Healthy community over there, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just to let you guys know at home, Dimaga, Strelok, and White Raw were seen as probably 3 of the most legendary players ever. Like I remember watching replays of them, studying everything that they're doing. When I was aspiring to be a StarCraft Brood War pro gamer, and if I want to draw like analogies, these 3 are similar to like maybe the Yankees if you're in minor league baseball. Like they were the flagship carriers of their races, and it's really cool to see all your success in StarCraft 2, and I'm really happy for you, Dimaga.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Awesome. Well, why don't we just jump into strategy? Enough of this interview. Let's start talking let's talk some strategy and get into some of these replays that Dimaga has gratefully sent to us so that we can take a look at. Let me see if I can get the most recent one. Did I get that most recent one? Let's see. The most recent one's from 4GG, right?
How about that?
Open a channel?
Yes. Yeah, let's open up a channel so that we can watch with friends, man.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna be showing off the watch with friends capability in Heart of the Swarm is it the first time I think I might have done it with Todd like a couple weeks ago once, but we'll see. Well, I've never done it with 3 people though. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so let's get in the game, and why don't we join the Pro Corner?
Oh,
okay. The Pro Corner, whatchamacallit, the Pro Corner group. Actually, it's private right now. How do I make it public? Let's see. Is there a way to make this public?
Here, join the channel that I put in chat.
Okay.
I'll just do that real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's just do that. Sounds good.
Yeah, my StarCraft just crashed.
Okay.
When I was going to this channel, I just re-log in.
So just to let you guys know, we are going to be talking a lot about TVZ today. It's because of Life's recent, obviously, big win against Flash. We're just going to look into it, see what we can analyze from Dimaga's play, because if you guys didn't know, Wings of Liberty Dimaga is a very, very different, I shouldn't say Dimaga, very different Zerg style than most Zergs. You know, we see the conventional Zergling, Infestor, or Roach, Baneling, Zergling in TVZs. In his ZVPs, we see normally Roaches, into Infestors, into Broodlords, to Camp. Dimaga, like, he has a very Life-esque style, which is so cool to have right after this MLG. He relies mainly on Zerglings, so we've seen a lot of this. He uses mutas a lot of times to ward off those medevacs, so it's going to be really cool. He just played against 4GG, so I'm really excited to see this. As I actually haven't seen the replay. We kind of looked at a lot of replays. We're thinking it over.
Yeah, well, let's just go ahead and jump in this one, because I think Dimaga, you were saying, I mean, obviously 4GG is a really great player too, so, and you win this game too, which is always great to go over a win, replay that's a win. True. So it sounds like, you know, he has a pretty similar style or standard style to what a lot of turns are doing right now. So I think it would be a, you know, probably a safe bet to just go ahead and start with this one, and then we might be able to go with take a look at the cost one if we have enough time to afterwards. But folks just tuning in, if you want to know about the giveaway, we're doing the Razer Black Widow Ultimate Keyboard giveaway at the end of the show. After the Q&A, we're going to do some Q&A after some of this replay analysis too. So stick around, folks, and enjoy some strategy talk here. Oh, I love the icon, man. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like best Kerrigan right now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's maximum level, I think, for portraits in HOTS.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so we're all looking at this. I can't follow any of your... Oh, darn it. Can I not see your vantage point? Like, if I wanted you to drive?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so I'll have to drive this. No problem. I'm used to it now.
Yep.
Okay, so...
Just to let you guys know, 4GG was ranked #1 yesterday in the world in terms of ladder. So he's kind of a good player.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, let's...
we play a lot of versus with 4GG a lot in European server, because like he's in Europe right now and he was before as well, so I know his playstyle, and like he really aggressive, and he like always do almost the same style, like always the same build, but he's so aggressive. It's like really good Korean player who always who knew what they doing and why they doing. So he don't give a shit about other stuff. He just always microing, have a good macro, same time, and a little bit later he has a good upgrade. Right now I really love to scout, drone scout, because like to see Vespen Gazers on the main, did he has or not, because a lot of terrains right now opening with Reaper or other stuff. And it's also good against like you can still not good. It's just you can still stop 2 Rex, so you will prepare to everything. You lose like 50 minerals or something, but I think it's not a huge deal. But you will prepare to almost everything, and your second Overlord can fly somewhere else and get a good position as well, because you will scout what turn is doing. So lately I just doing this 13 scouting drone.
Okay.
Have you encountered the famous 888 build where they go 8 depot, 8 racks, 8 refinery, and then they
Not
just get... they get 3 Reapers before you can have queens out.
You've never seen that build, Dima? Really?
No. I heard about it, but I
Yeah.
didn't like.
wow.
Yeah, I didn't see it in ladder.
I get it all the
Yeah.
time.
I think.
It
Okay.
sucks. It sucks. Do you ever
It's-
open gas first before hatch?
Sometimes it's. I still like in processing of understanding how to counter each build of Terrans, and it's pretty hard to do it right now. I think guess first before pull is can be good like live doing. He's doing this a lot to make some pressure with links, with fast links against CC first. This is kind of really okay build, I think.
Yeah. So he won racks into
Yeah,
CC,
and
right?
I saw he has no gas, so I know he has no Reapers. So I just play standard Wings of Liberty, but early Wings of Liberty. So I want to get this speed for links, just to be safe against everything.
Yeah.
And then you playing Mutaline Bailing into like high technology.
Okay.
I mean, with the changes, Zerg really didn't change from hatch tech. Burrow isn't really used that much, so we're seeing a very, very Wings of Liberty build, as you said. The Hellbats, I mean, after the nerf, have you really been seeing a lot of Hellbat usage in the early game stages? I know
No.
it's really hard for Terrans to get there now.
No, not really.
Not at,
I didn't. Not really at all.
Let's pause it. Let's pause it for a second, Andrew.
Game.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about the 18 links that you built here, because
Yeah.
it's kind of similar to Life kind of builds these links too, and talk to me about the purpose of them.
This is if he didn't make a certain orbital center,
Mm-hmm.
he would probably have this Helions much faster. So you can with like half of this link's defense and half you can run by usually. And if he did like this third orbital center, you run before he has Helions like 3 Helions. He has only 2 Helions, so he can't one shot your links. So you can make some damage with these links, and at the same time you transitioning to muta play, and you take all guesses, and at the same time like third base pretty good, and third queen make crypt humor. So you kinda controlling a game, and if you see minimap, I'm like see a lot right now.
Yeah, you can see the entire middle of the map. Okay, so these links, just to sum it up, is to really buy time for you to get to Mutatech and to get your third established.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
yeah. Keeps
Alright,
keeps him a little safe. Just in case there is some sort of all-in, because realistically, I mean, the range is pretty high.
All right, so you're just going that run by and just.
I think
taking this
here
line.
I just need to go to the mineral line, but I still trying to fight with bunker. It was probably bad idea.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
but
get
still,
at least
I'm-
2 Hellions there, and then now
Yeah,
you
2
go.
Hellions and CV, and right now I will like trying to harass him still, and like it's not that bad.
And then going back to your base, as you said, you're making the transitions. You got a beautiful scout in here, by the way, and see the 3rd orbital command center. But
Yeah.
double evolution chamber, and you're going Spire at the same time. Bailing
Yeah.
nest being put down. So
Bailing
talk a little
nest-
bit about this. What are you afraid of at this point? Are you saying you can macro freely? I mean, are we going to see a big drone up after this? Just what's going on in your mind right now?
Yeah, right now in my mind it was like, okay, I see everything. I just need a lot of drones and maybe few links to defend his Helion play. But I have a good creep spread, so I can make like 16 or even 8 links, and it will be enough because Queen plus link is pretty good. Double Evo Chamber, this is like totally for link upgrades, and Spire just to have like I will build right now Spire for future to have like few Mutalist play but not massive Mutalics, just to shut down drop play, because Medivac is very fast. It's like understandable. So right now, drones, a little bit links to defense his Helions, and just tech going to touch.
Okay.
This is what my goal right now. And Bailing Nest just to you need it anyway, and
Be
you
safe.
need to be safe, and you need in the future make speed for bailings anyway. So right now I make
Gotcha.
all structures, and I just going to full upgrade.
Okay, and here comes those Hellions across the map. But
Yeah.
you should be fine
Yeah, and
here.
I see this for Helions coming, then I make 10 links,
Mhm.
upgrades, 16 links more. And I have good creep spread, third base in good position, so he can pressure me.
All right.
Like because if you make here third base, it's like Terran can go very easy. He takes Selnaga and then like one step, and he already shoot it to your this third base. So this is bad position, I think, if you take that base. And this is a little bit micro. I was trying to catch this Helions, but he was just good with Mike. Yeah, but still.
I used to get it though. He didn't kill many drones, but
Yeah.
definitely
And
give him rings.
I shut down this Helion, so I make like certain drones at once. I have macro hatchery, and like I'm like taking upgrades. And right now I start to build like few mutas.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's the? So when you say a few
About
meters,
getting the macro hatch?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Chanman.
No, I was just going to ask you when you say a few meters, or I mean, how many are you talking?
It's like I think 5-10.
Okay.
It depends if you lose them or not. You need just to shut down a medivacs. So like I
Right.
think from 5 to 10 it's pretty enough.
Okay.
And then you going to technology. It also depends what he's doing, if he make push or not. Right now I see this medivacs, so I have a few. And he see my overlord, so he understands that I will be prepared. He trying to to just he
Gotcha.
make good move. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
sorry guys.
real quick
The
question.
game clock's a little. The game clock's covered on this overlay. The 2 minutes not. I'm gonna have to fix that for next week, guys. Sorry about that. But go ahead.
What's the purpose of the macro hatch instead of taking a fourth base? I mean, now you're taking fourth base in the top right hand position, but why don't you take the one closest to your main and natural?
Yeah, I said it already. Because he can make a push with he just take Excel Naga tower and then he goes here, and it's very good position overall. It's hard to do
Okay.
something, and it's very close. And like if he goes here, it's like you have a lot of time to catch him or run by.
I see.
But you can't just. Okay, I see. So like, what if I was saying like, just place it there, get the gas. If they make the push, they're going on the creep anyway. Like, does that make sense at all or no?
Yeah, right now yes,
And
but
you can
before
still
you have no usually you have no
Oh,
enough. Right now it's
Information.
if yeah. I think
I see,
you
I
still,
see.
if you're playing a Link Bailing Muta, you need this macro hatch anyway,
Yeah.
because of
Got
the larvas.
Larva, yeah. Okay, so just
Gotcha.
massing lings and
And in this game, like, yeah, he's doing not double eBay as we see. I think this is pretty bad. Like,
Mhm.
if you have no upgrades for Terran.
you know one
But
one thing I noticed. Well, keep going with that. I'll make a comment in a second.
Yeah, but he is making like this is like build. It's like not the usual one.
Yeah.
Like Hellbats, tanks, marines, and really great push with 1-1.
Yeah.
I mean, one upgrade for marines and one for our tanks. It's pretty hard to stop. That's why I make bailings right now.
Yeah, this is more of a Wings of Liberty type of push, actually.
Sure. With Hellbats, which is
And
Yeah.
you will see.
Okay.
Game
Yeah.
paused.
Okay, this is right now. If he just he come here, he can siege and kill this base. If it was here,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So this is
Yes.
was really good to make base right here.
Got it. Yeah, that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. So I wanna ask you right now. This is a really interesting push. As you said, +1 just finished. He didn't go double eBay. +1 attack in his siege tanks is just gonna finish. That means Obviously, his Hellbats are still going to forever two-shot Zerglings, but more importantly, those Siege Tanks will do more damage. Everything is just funneled into units for him. He's maxed out 200-200. He has just a good army really, really early. 14 minutes for those of you at home is super fast. Normally, this comes a little bit later, a minute or 2 minutes later, but this is a really strong push by 4GG. Now, I always say first engagements are one of the most important engagements in the game because it really sets the tone. If you lose out straight in your first engagements, you're probably going to lose the game. There's a lot of things to say, but what is it that you wanted with this push? I mean, if you're anticipating this push, Dimaga, how do you want it to go down? Is this the right composition? Did you want to have like 1 more minute to get those Ultralisks out? I mean, is this the perfect position for you?
For me, it's like pretty good because I see like a lot of Marines and I have a creep spread, like a good creep spread, right? So even if he kills like creep tumor right now, creep still will be here. So like Balance is very good against this, and you just need a good surround right now, a good position.
Yeah. Well, we can even see your two. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and if you defend this, like you have everything to win a game after. This is like all in or something you can call it.
Yeah. I mean, it pretty much
to an extent,
is.
yes.
Yeah, it's a heavy investment in this attack. So, okay.
So we're gonna see the attack.
Exactly.
I do want to note real quick. 2-2 is just about a minute away. That's just how fast this push is coming, right? I mean, we're normally gearing up for that 17-minute, 2-minute, 2-2 timing from Terran, and this is very, very different. But let's go ahead and resume here. Let's see how Dimaga does.
Yeah. So he's maxed out actually. He's maxed out at like 14-10, I think, or 14-15, which is pretty early for Terran, honestly. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so you're setting up the. Okay, so you're just gonna go straight up the middle here. Okay, he caught him on siege. That's really nice.
Yeah. Wow. Those Hellbats actually
killed a lot of
tanked
bands there.
So much damage. So, how did you see that fight going? Was that successful, or
I was thinking?
I know you have another wave.
Yeah, I was thinking, fuck my life, I lose this game because of like this fight, like. But still, I see this like 2 really red tanks, and I really want to kill them with Muta, because if he sieged, it will be like, it will be hard for me. Right, so I will try to snipe right now with Mutas, and also making Ultralisk. The main point right now, not to forget about injections, because if you lose like injections, then you have no larvas and have too much minerals, and then you die. So you always need to make units right now.
Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of people actually end up forgetting, is that in these real tense situations they forget the macro. Oh, trying to get those tanks. I see it. Oh, you got one actually. Oh, you lost a couple mutas, but. Oh wow, yeah, this is not okay, here we go.
Wow.
Oh, that was huge. Oh, that was huge right there. Those Banes pretty much hit everything there. Wow.
And now 2-2 is finishing, so you should be able to get a little bit more leverage. You have Ultras on the way out.
Yeah,
this is so cool. And this is almost Brewer-esque, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, Ultras now are like that saving grace in the mid-game stage, where when you get them, they actually do damage and they can tank stuff.
Exactly. They make a lot of damage against this.
I love how the new Ultras look, man.
Hey, this is like the deluxe or how it's called.
The deluxe version. It's got they've got like blue flames coming off their horns. All right, so man, those Hellbats are pretty amazing. Oops.
Yeah, one Ultralisk makes so much damage right now.
So, to you, is the game over here, Dimaga?
It's still like, I have like everything to win this game. Like I have good upgrades, a good economy. I have 4 base, so right now you need like a Zerg. You need start to 3-3 full upgrade and trying to defend all his possible drops, I think. Yeah. And you need to take +2 base, I think.
Yeah, so you know, in this position, I feel like with a lot of Zergs that I was watching, I feel like it becomes more of a game of attrition, where you're just trying to starve the Terran, and kind of hanging back, trying to stop all the drops, and more so than being aggressive, especially with the mines. He's not even using mines here, but I feel like the Zergs end up getting really passive towards the end of games. I mean, do you kind of feel that way or no?
Yeah, it is. At least this game for sure. Because like he starts to drop, and if you go to like to attack, it makes no sense right now to going to attack because you need to wait like all these three upgrades, and then you can make big timing. I think in this position at least. And if you don't do it, you can just like lose a game because you will throw away your units, and then he can harass you very hard. Look, this harassment, he has like two fronts harassment with Hellbats, and this is really not bad.
Nice.
And I lose, like, unfortunately I lose all my mutas. If I had like that, like few mutas, it would be really great. So I see I have no mutas, and I think okay, I can make just corruptors and to shut down these drops, and in the future make broodlords. This is what I was thinking about, and making these 8 corruptors right now.
Here comes the push out by Terran.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat said it's blue flame ultras.
I make this hatchery in the middle. It's like just okay. If he right now, I understand. Like I just need to wait corruptors, and I need more banings right now because he has like big bio army and a lot of medivacs. So if you have no banings right now to kill instantly, you will just die because they heal pretty fast overall. And they heal everything, only not tanks right now. So you need to just sacrifice this hatchery. It's like 350 minerals, it's nothing. You can make one more and get really good position right now because of creep. So this is my thought on this situation right now.
Yeah, broods would be like the perfect unit right now. So, alright.
This is really interesting. I like how you said that. Like, you have to almost overkill this army because of the medivacs.
Yep.
Because a lot of people would go in there thinking like, oh, it's fine, but the unit retention is going to be disgusting at this point.
Look at those ultras.
Yeah, look.
Blue flame ultras, baby!
Jesus.
And, yeah. And still, he has only like 2-0 to 0 upgrades. Ultra has like 4-2 to 2 upgrades. And still it's like even in creep.
Especially with the kiting. The kiting, he was going to kill them all. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was still pretty hard overall.
So you have great explorer already, right? Yep. So you can actually transition into some broodlords here if you wanted against that heavy Hellbat Marauder army, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's so interesting. Hellbat Marauder. I mean, you can see if you look back in the production of 4GG, all these barracks are tech labs basically. Like, it's very little marine production. It's insane. This is something that we did not see really a lot in Wings of Liberty. But now it's just, that's scary, man.
It's really scary. So if you have only ground units, no like broodlords, you just probably will die. Because like Hellbats plus Marauders,
they tank so much, man.
So many. That's why you don't need like that armor for Marines and Marauders. He make it like, that's why this is build order I see like first time, but it's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the medivacs, like, for obviously most folks know that medivacs heal Hellbats too, so it's like that army is like probably 50% more efficient with the medivacs there. All right, so the Lings here are probably just going to melt really quickly here, but the broodlords are going to be, there's no answer to the broodlords. Nobody.
He still has a lot of stuff. This is insane though. I can't believe how many ultras died here.
Yeah,
that is
Marauders,
crazy.
Man. Marauders and Hellbats.
Yeah, and he's gonna clean up your. Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, he doesn't have any anti-air here. Yeah, he doesn't have any Vikings built. He's still building medivacs.
Yeah,
has to, because your corruptors just took out his medevac count too. So.
Yeah, it was good.
That is crazy though. The fact that if Dimaga didn't switch over to broodlords and kept on ultras, he would have lost that fight. Yeah, probably the game.
Yeah, and then it's probably the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really important. Like, that's the broodlords. That's one thing I noticed this weekend too. Is that Life, he didn't build many ultras at all, and I felt like the metagame was kind of ultra centric too going into that, or at least what most people I was seeing. So it was really cool to start seeing the broodlord transition integrated here. It's so strong.
Dimaga, I have a question. Like, this is a really cool transition that you've been doing. You did the broodlord corruptor, And it looks like this Brood Corruptor army is to almost kill all the medevacs because you reduced the number like crazy. It was up to 14 at one point. Now it's down to 4. Would you consider going back to Zergling Baneling from here, and then maybe even doing Zergling Baneling Muta, knowing that the retention won't be that high?
I even didn't think about it. Like as I said, I still like researching and find some good way and good overall. So yeah, it can be possible, I think, as well.
Is that really that good? I mean, especially when they should be getting to 3-3 by that point, right? So I mean, is that cost efficient? That composition, the Ling Bane Muta composition, just to switch over once they get to 3-3.
What do you think, Dimaga?
I don't know. I don't think so, because like when you have Muta like for right now like 1-1 upgrade and Marine is like will be like 3-3 or 3-2, Muta will die so fast. This is the problem, and he has already like few turrets, and his turrets like with armor. It's like I don't think it's pretty good. So
I was
you
talking
just
about like the Muta Ling Bling where you only get like 5 to 10 mutas, just like in the beginning. But it's really Zergling Baneling that's constituting most of your army.
I don't think so. It will be good in late game.
Okay.
Because like you still need like all these free units and other stuff, like this ultimate army like Death Ball. You need queens for heal and everything, because like that 200 limit from Zerg would be not that good. It's not that cost efficient for sure. So right now you go transfuse Fungals and fight Fungals. Still transfusing, trying to kill everything with corruptors.
Wow. Actually, he's doing
decently. He's doing very good overall.
He's doing decently, actually, with what he had. Still no answer for the Broods, so it's pretty much the end of him, because he never had enough starports really to handle the Broods. He was making medevacs at the same time, so.
Yeah, and from here, I mean, you have so much control over the game. Killing that expansion is so critical. Now you can take like a forward position, and just shut down the supply from the natural to the 3rd and 4th base, which is so critical.
Yeah, the Broodlords are so good because, like, later in the game, right? And I think that might be one of the reasons that Ling Bane is tough too, because the Banes, you don't retain Banes, right? I mean, they're suicide units, and I feel like cost efficiency is so huge at the end of the game. Yeah,
and Banes is not that cheap. Banes is like one Roche, one Baneling. So it's like 100 resources overall. So you can make like a few queens, and it will be better support than Banelings. Of course, if you have like 5-10 Banelings, it's always good to have in some situation.
Sure.
But not mass. Transfuse is pretty good.
Nice. One thing I want to mention just for the Terrans out there is that they didn't notice is that I've been seeing like all the Koreans building their buildings like this, like creating that row of barracks. You basically create this channel in your base for so that all the units that they come into your base, if they come up the ramp, they get channeled like that. That's something to take note of, because it's actually really good.
Yeah, it's just about architecture.
Really yeah.
I really love it. Since StarCraft 1 players, they like gateways and barracks. They always do this. I really like it.
Yeah, Flash is so precise with his buildings too. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, because this is really important overall. Especially in StarCraft 1, when you was macroing always, you need always to click on your barracks. So it was really important in StarCraft Brood War. Right now it's not that important, but still it's pretty important, especially to make all these cycles, to like make this, like as you said, this row that like all units comes at once. So you always have this wave of units.
Yeah, and not to mention you can rally from the barracks on the other side of the barrack. So you're just shooting into this channel once your Marines and your bios coming out too, or whatever. So it works out really great. It's a really cool thing. All right, so that was replay number 1. That was that's a good one. Definitely a good one to go over. Newkirk is really been a pretty tough map, I think, for Zerg. So it's pretty cool that you pulled out a win there. Definitely like it. Let's see, which one should we do next? I think we have one that's a Neoplanet one, right?
Yeah, we gotta do the cost one, man.
Okay.
This
yeah.
one, I think, this is one of the coolest ZVTs. It's very Flash versus Life-esque, and I want to ask you at the end of this, and just so that you have it in mind, how do the MLG games between Flash and Life reflect or change your Zerg style as you go over this game? Because I feel like Life introduced like a really clean way at defeating this Widowmine bio. It's not an easy way, but it's a clean way. And I just want to ask you at the end, Dimaga, keep in mind how Life has changed your style.
Yeah. This game versus CAS, it was before Life, so and this game versus 4G, it was after Life. I was still trying. After Life versus Flash.
It's funny.
I still think Widow Mines is like very hard to deal with. You need a lot of micro against them, and like clear micro, because if you miss micro you just die. Like even Life versus Flash, it was one game when he managed to kill with one Widow Mine like 23 links and then instantly win a game. So it was also a very good experience to know this is like very strong Widow Mines anyway, and it's like you always need to find some ways to always, like, I don't know how to call it in English, always send one links, then make a boom and then you go, something like that.
You know, another thing that he was doing pretty well, and I'll probably give him the benefit of the doubt, but so he was probably intentionally doing it, was he was always sending, it wasn't necessarily one ling, it was usually a pack of links, so that so he would almost send it into the mine, but into his army and into his opponent's army too. So his opponent would always take damage from it. So,
it's also a good point.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Sometimes, of course, like your links didn't manage to, you just sacrifice them, and then like Widow Mine didn't work, and you lose all your links, and you said just fuck my life.
Yeah, but that's what makes it exciting for the viewers. You're like,
yeah.
Because right now we don't know what it's targeting. You know, we have no idea which unit the Midowvine is targeting.
It was patched or what? It was patched. It was, you can target.
You can target now? Okay, because that was the biggest question. Like I thought we couldn't.
No, I was trying like from the beginning when Widowmine like was like right now we was going to test unit test map, and you can target fire, as far as I know.
Okay.
Gratup, do you know?
Yeah, you can't target fire.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Cannot.
Cannot. Right. He said.
You can't. You cannot. You used to be able to.
You are okay. Maybe that patch I was trying to, because like I really can. You can at least before. Yeah. Maybe they patched it. I don't know.
Yes, they did. It used to be that you can turn it on and off when it actually targets, and then you can actually aim your opponent. So people would like wait until Broodlords get all underneath and then target it off. Right. And obviously that is ridiculously overpowered, I think.
All right, let's rewind like 30 seconds here so we can talk about the Reaper.
Okay, sure.
Because Cost opens Reaper, which is pretty darn common right now. So he's going 1 racks into Expand, which is pretty common in opening with that Reaper, that 2 or 3 Reapers, right? So how do you handle it? How many lings you build? Obviously, you're going to build the 2 queens, but...
Yeah, like 4 lings is pretty... 4 to 6 lings is pretty enough against 1 Reaper.
Like, how do you micro it, too? How do you, like... Is there any technique?
The main point is just not to lose your links, like 1 by 1. So you always need to micro your links. Okay. And, of course, obviously, drones and other stuff. So you just like move to this when you in creep, it's okay.
Oh, that's
and if when you off creep, you just don't go off creep.
Okay.
Yeah. In this case, I can go off creep right now because this is not the. You see, he is microing a lot. I don't give a shit about this, and I can do my stuff.
You're just macroing while this happens. Yeah. Well, now a second one comes in. That's a little bit
second
more
one, but
scary.
When second comes, you have already 2 queens, and usually you need to start your third queen as soon as possible, as I do in versus 4GG. This game I didn't have a lot of experience, but this like what you need to do against Reaper. You need to have 3 queens, not go off creep, and then wait until your speed done, and then you just count how many Reapers he has. If he has like 3 or more, you just build like bunch of links, like 10, 16 links, and kill them. If he didn't go to home, even if he is going to home or something like that, you still manage to take a map control.
Yeah, I mean the timer for the Reapers are basically once speed finishes, so you're just trying to bide some time until link speed's done, and then
exactly.
Oh,
yeah, and
sorry
also
guys, I just didn't switch the overlay. Sorry. Now they're just seeing. Sorry guys.
Sometimes happen.
Scene change not working for me.
The main point, not to make over making links. This is also like really the age of Zerg. It's pretty hard to know how many you need links and how many drones.
Right.
Yeah, that's why you need always count in StarCraft. Always, you need to count everything, from the Reapers, from the SCVs, every single unit. You always need to count from the beginning of the game, and then you need to count how many units you lose, how many units you kill, and then you will know. You can kill him right now, or just later, or you're behind, or you're ahead.
That sounds like you, Andre, right there, man. Just
yes,
the
it
numbers,
does, man.
The numbers right there. Tell it all.
How I always read it when I'm doing my ZvTs, for those of you that don't know, I actually switched to Zerg just to learn it a little bit more for Heart of the Storm. I thought it was kind of appropriate. But for every Reaper that comes out, you have to realize that they can't make that reactor on the barracks. So a Reaper is 45 seconds. So if you're seeing 3 Reapers, that's 45 times that by 3, that's 135. And then the reactor has to go down. So that's another 50 seconds. So we're talking about a lot of time that they can't have reactor factories, and if they do, it's going to be really inefficient. So just by that, it's 135 plus 50, and then don't forget the actual Hellions that you have to make. That takes time. So all this is going in, all this is being processed, and you're going to see something a little bit later on that seems so silly by Dimaga, but it's actually really smart, which is he's going to do a Zergling attack, and I think this is so cool. Because this Zergling attack, a lot of people would say, this is dumb. There could be a ton of Hellions right now. You could be walking into a huge trap. But in reality, it's impossible for Koss to have Hellions out at this time.
Exactly.
And it's important for you to delay his second base here. Because you got delayed by having to build all those lanes. So you definitely have to have some reactionary harass here. And even this little tapping at the front of the base is really reminiscent of the Life games. Remember where he was just like literally just tapping at the front of his base, and people are like, why the hell is he doing that? But
yeah, and it's always good. You always like make to if you're like just better player and your turn like just not that good, he will make a ton of mistakes because of these links. Like this is like sounds like crazy, but it is. It's like true.
Just giving them a chance to make mistakes. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yep.
Yeah, if you just like have not enough speed for doing everything at the same time, he will just like make a ton of mistakes. He just forgot like his build order, he forgot his supply and other stuff. So this always like that's why beauty of StarCraft. If you're like really better player than your opponent, you will win a game.
It's awesome, and you're going in for round 2. I really like this Dimaga. This is so clean. For those of you that don't know, actually probably the majority of you don't know, for every second this mule is off of line, or 2 mules are offline, it's 3 minerals per second. That racks up very quickly. So this is a lot of mining time that Dimaga is denying from his opponent. Let's talk about this medevac drop right now, because there's 4 Widow Mines. This is scary to me, by the way. This is one of the scariest things. This is such a cool hold, though, by you. Talk a little about Widow Mines and their, I guess, their role in that early mid-game stage as harass, because we haven't seen it too many times, but obviously Koss is using it here.
A little bit robo voice. About Widow Mines. It's really scary, and yeah, you need to defend it. Like you need to overseer and speed links to just kill Widow Mines. And sometimes, like even today, I lose because of Widow Mines was really successful. So it's like you still need to to learn how to properly defend it.
Pause it for a sec. Something's wrong with the stream.
Game paused.
Let me see. It's still okay. Is it back? Let's see. Make sure, yeah, something happened. I don't even know what happened. Okay, actually, why don't we rewind it to the point where the Widow Mines were about, it looked like he was going to drop it, but then he turned around. They were all getting tense. They're like, he's going to drop the Widow Mines. He's going to drop it, and then...
Game resumed.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, here we go, yeah. Alright, back in business. So do you think he could have dropped them right here and gotten maybe 2 down? Oh, no, the Overseer was there. Never mind. Shoot, I didn't see that. Never mind.
And Dimaga, are you just relying on only Zerglings? I mean, is there ever a case where you need something like Banelings or Roaches to defend against this?
Against this, no, I think. You need Banelings against Bio, obviously.
Okay.
Why you need Banelings against Widow Mines?
No, I'm just asking. The burst is a little bit higher against the Banelings, and they'll always connect, and they're gonna die anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of a suicide. It's kind of fun watching them blow each other up in some way.
But of course, Banelings cost as much as 1 Widow Mine, and they don't kill the Baneling, or they don't kill the Widow Mine.
Exactly.
So a really nice defense, I would say. But I mean, it's a small advantage, but it doesn't constitute anything like too big.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I have really late upgrades as well. It's not that good. In game versus 4GG, you saw like I make this Evo chamber much faster.
Yeah.
And this is pay off lately.
Gotcha.
And here I like trying to playing mass muta as well.
Well, the mutas are coming out, and we're going to be seeing the same thing. Just very light pressure, I'm sure, into the main base, into the natural, trying to poke off as much as possible. But in reality, what you're looking for is just to deny those medevac drops. So, key point, guys. Your mutas are actually their role is to stop the medevacs, not to do severe damage inside the main. So it's important not to trade those off anywhere in the early game stages.
Exactly.
And from here, I mean, what's your goal? It's just get your economy up and defend against all-ins. Is that?
Yeah, in this game
really
In this game I even didn't know what is my goal, so that's why I was trying to harass with muta, to doing something, like build everything at once. But overall, you need this muta to defense against medivac drops, and going into hive and high technology. And obviously, you need to make a good economy, so you need to take bases. And it also depends a lot about maps.
Yeah, I agree. Something you did in this game that you didn't do in the 4GG game, you get pathogen glands for infestors a lot earlier, right? You just tech to ultras in the 4GG game. This time around, you do go to infestors. Is this because of the... Well, why is this? I don't even know.
I just even don't remember, really. It was like 5 days ago. Not 5, like 3 days ago, but I don't remember. I just do everything in this game. I even forgot probably Bailing Nest. Yeah, I didn't make Bailing Nest. This is just obvious.
Do you prefer this infestor style over the Banelings, or vice versa?
No, I think like Banelings is better right now.
Okay, gotcha. Again, Greg harassed by the mutas. I want to speed it up into the first attack because, again, I really feel that's the most important time. You're getting infestors out. Hive is almost finished, so we're going to see the Ultra Cavern pop down as soon as that does. And this is what I was talking about. Widow Mines. Now, of course, Koss isn't using them anywhere nearly as much as Flash did. Like, Flash had constant production every single time. That factory never stopped making Widow Mines. But still, we're going to see the effectivity of Widow Mines here, as they one-shot basically everything that you have in your army composition.
Yeah, Link, Baneling,
right?
Everything.
Yeah. Link, Baneling, Muta, Infestor. So we'll see how this works out. Let's go ahead and just speed up a little bit.
I still think you need like speed for Overlord and Overseers. This is good upgrade. I think like in just to have a very fast Overseers in your army. always good.
I
He
see.
he also can take a damage from one Widow mine. I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, I was
And-
playing
and-
Gix some, and he was using speed overlords to intercept some Baneling hits. What do you think about that?
Widow mine hits, yeah.
Yeah, it seems to
This
work.
is good.
It takes
I
2
think
shots
this
to kill it.
is really nice.
I mean, it's very expensive. Obviously, 100 minerals going down the tube. You're losing like supply depots or pylons every single
But
fight.
you lose from 2 Widow mines, not from 1.
Yeah.
So this is also
Oh,
pretty
I
good.
mean, it's much cheaper than losing like 12, 15 lanes at a time now.
Yeah, exactly. So
So a great defense, and then ultras pop at the perfect time. They're only 1-1, but still, I mean, upgrades are on the way, and I love this, Dimaga. I think this is like such a clean defense, honestly, from you.
it's not clean because
even
like
though-
I lose a lot of links before on Widow mine. You cannot lose before, but overall it's not that bad.
Honestly, if
Well-
the fungal was the old fungal, you would have cleaned that easily. You
Yeah.
you missed like on a couple of those.
For
that's the
sure.
only reason. Yeah.
You know why I really like that was because the ultras have such a big burst ability when they first come out. As soon as you get that chitinous armor, it's like, okay, all attacks are shut down like crazy. And yeah.
Yeah, my ultra. I make ultraless cavern on my. You see, from my and
How did it even
What?
get there, by the way? I don't
Yeah.
understand how it got there.
from
What?
the
So,
main?
let's go back to that.
What?
From the main.
Oh, from the main. Oh, okay.
probably. I'm not
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
but
you're right.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I gotcha. That ultra had to kill that investor. Yeah.
yeah, it obviously mistake. Sometimes happen. Well, this is why architecture is really important in a game. We talked about that before, yeah.
Blasted ultraless cavern right at the bottom of the map. Okay, here we go. So here comes the mine bio, which is definitely problematic.
And Kask has a really good split.
This is kind of where the broodlords start looking like an
In fact,
option.
yeah, down.
But I think you end up building a ton of ultras here. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Do you think you stabilize enough to go Broodlords here, Dimaga?
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, if we already saw a game against 4GG, and if you see that many murders, you just make, I think, Broodlords, and then it's pretty good, because I have 5 base against his 3 base, so if I had Greater Fire and just make like 5 Broodlords, it was pretty good.
Got it.
Yeah,
Really
and
cool.
also if you have Corruptors, you still can shut down this Medivacs. Right now I have nothing anti-air, so this is like a big mistake as well, I think, in this game.
Never seen a ramp blocked by a missile turret. That's funny.
Yeah.
He's still blocking it with the missile turret. That's funny. Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
he
man,
didn't
why
even
not?
have starports there, so that transition would have been amazing. And then these widow mines would have been cleared out too. Instead, this is where it's painful.
God, this
This is
yeah,
where it
this
gets
is
real
scary to
painful
me.
because it's going to take out an ultra. Yeah. But I guess the number that you take out is worth it though. You're definitely getting more out of it. Oh, see that again? Oh, here comes. Oh no, the widow mines. Oh, I hit the ultra. I kind of wish they had the same. They would show the target of the widow mine, kind of like they do with the hunter seeker. I think that's really neat.
Yeah, that would be cool. I agree.
Yeah. It will be much better
So-
like for the player to micro-ink that if you see.
So you're still building ultra here.
Yeah, I just like I saw like I have like 3 upgrades, so I can make like this last final push. and
Yeah.
to kill.
Just try to just brute force your way in there. Yeah.
But you forgot you're playing against Koss. He doesn't
Exactly.
give up,
Yeah.
man. Ever.
Never
Exactly.
gives up.
Exactly.
Got 5 marauders. I can kill all 20 of your ultras.
That's alright, thanks. Yeah, I like everything we're seeing. Obviously, I mean, units tab, looking at everything. 33 Zerglings, 8 Ultras, 7 Ultras. He
Look
has
at these.
12 Marauders and 9 Marines.
Look at these bio units. They are just
Yeah, and
killing
this Medivac,
machines, man.
and this Medivacs, I have nothing against him. If I make just not Muta, just Corruptors and transition to Broodlord, I think this game would be over.
Yeah, I mean, look how much more supply you have than him. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And this video mine here, my natural. I didn't realize this video mine was here. It's
Oh,
like
yeah, that one.
8 kills and 0. Oh, not bad.
16 kills and 0.
16 kills and 0.
It's just
Oh my
fun.
God.
Yeah.
Hey,
And I lose.
Dimaga.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You know,
No, it's-
something in Wings of Liberty that was always like a big problem for Zergs. You know, even when they go to Broodlords, they were still so vulnerable because of the upgrades on the Broodlord. They were really, really bad, and that's a lot of times when you would get these superstar Terrans that would just out multitask and drop everywhere, and the Broodlords couldn't be everywhere at once. And as soon as they were open, the slightest bit, Marines would just walk up and kill them, even with the Infestors. Do you think like? Even compiling on your last build against 4GG, you should be like double spiring and getting upgrades up, or would that constitute too much of like minerals and gas?
But it's like really expensive to
That is really
You can do it
Yeah.
only if you have like 200 and you have good economy.
Okay,
But yeah,
gotcha.
but the main point you just need a carapace for Broodlords, I think.
I gotcha. And it just feels like somehow or another Koss is getting an army. I don't know how he's doing it. Like everything's yellow and orange, and he's still
Yeah, and
maintaining
if you
everything.
if you have no infestors and no creep, then you just can kite against Ultra like
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
So that's why you need like something like Broodlords, I think.
Yep, Bio's so cost efficient at the end of the game. You have to have some kind of
Yeah, it's
either
great.
Broodlords
Like
or
these
AE,
little
right?
these packs, like the bottom middle. This is so sick, man. Koss
Yeah, like
is,
3 Marauders, 3 Marines, 3 Marauders. Like they're killing so fast. This catcher.
It's actually so cool to watch Koss play, man. He's really good.
That middle mine.
12 and 9.
Still at it.
Not bad.
Still at
Not
it. Oh man.
It will be more.
Oh,
Oh
my.
Just tagged it. Just tagged it. I'd like to see the total damage on each one of them.
seriously.
Okay, here we go.
Now he's eliminating your top left base, and you're eliminating his. So it's low economy. I mean, I'm sure you still feel pretty confident that you have the better army, right? I mean, you have a maxed out Ultra army.
Yeah.
He's got all Marauder though. I mean,
But
Oh,
he saw
God.
like all my units was like down of the map, so he
Yeah.
just steams 2 times steam, kill my base and go back. And he has minerals mining base, and I has not like mining base. This is the main point right now. I have no base, no mining,
you have no
and he
money.
has goods. Yeah,
Oh, I've gotten some festers if you just nail these.
yeah,
If you
exactly.
just nail
I
these, you
saw-
win the game, actually, I think. But, no.
Well, even this is a gigantic pickoff right here. The 2 medevacs
Yeah,
on the
there's a
top.
lot of stuff
Yeah.
in that.
Like 20
Yeah,
limit.
that's 20 supply right there. That's beautiful.
That's a lot of energy, though, that you're spending from that. But,
But still, supplies 170 to 136. Now Dimaga, you're expanding twice to the bottom. Let's talk about army positioning right now, because I know you are swinging on the top. Of course, it was because of something, but where is the optimal position for your army to be right now? If you can look at it right now.
near his possible first, so bottom, somewhere near here.
Okay.
Because
Right
because at top right now it makes no sense to to sit here,
Sure.
because like my base
Yeah.
build, like it's obviously, but I make these mistakes. Sometimes
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just don't think in game about this, and then you see, oh, he's here, he's taking 4 base, you need to kill his 4 base. And if I would before, I just can kill him, I think, with right here.
Yeah.
think you
I'll try
can-
You know, that's
oh,
so
okay.
interesting. Because I do want to rewind it a little bit later. Let's look at this battle though, because the position where you were that whole time before was the best possible position because you had the top 2 left bases, but things changed on the map, and that's really important to note.
This is crazy right here. A lot of little
this
land
is
here, right?
I don't understand this.
Yeah, I think the Widow Mines landed, and that's why like all blew up at one point. The ultras just all die at the same time. It's crazy.
They make just too much damage, like I mean Marauder against Ultralisk, right? But when you have Lynx, so they shooting to Lynx and then like Ultralisk make damage, but Widow Mines kill all Lynx and then like nothing to fight, and Ultralisk die really fast. That's why you need like Broodlords to make a Lynx, like to make Broodlings, to make a shield for Ultralisk, as we saw in previously game.
I see.
Yeah, and also I think you need to take maybe like a Queen, maybe even you can take like a few Overlords to make a creep. I think it will be really smart.
To make creep? What does creep do?
Cause see how he's attacking off creep right now? The Marauders are just wrecking. He could technically be kiting this, which he does right now.
Yeah.
And see the Ultras are so ineffective. Yeah, that's really smart actually. I like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, lately in ZvP I'm making against like Void Race and other shit. You make only Ultralisk and only Queens. So the problem is,
Yeah.
no, really.
Queens are really
cool.
good.
Yeah,
no,
no,
I agree.
I
No,
know,
I think
I
queens
know.
are really
Yeah.
good.
And
actually.
the main problem with this composition, Queen is really slow off creep.
Yeah.
And if you off creep, you just probably will die. That's why I start to add to take with you a few Overlords and also make a Nidus.
Yeah.
Just to go back with Queens if you lose a fight. To
Can
save
you-
a Queen.
That's
Can you imagine if
Really
they made
cool.
Can you imagine if they made Nidus cheaper? The games would be so like, I mean, as awesome as they are, the Zergs, just some of the Zergs would be amazing if there was just Niduses everywhere in the map. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool. That would add to the entertainment of it
is.
too. Like honestly.
Yeah, because they're pretty expensive, 200, and then every single Nidus 100. It's like
Yeah.
pretty big.
I feel like the endpoints should be
StarCraft-
a little cheaper.
StarCraft Brood Warrior was what, 75 minerals?
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
75
75
minerals.
minerals, and then free to make
Yeah,
the
the
Nidus one.
endpoints. Yeah. I feel like the endpoints should be a lot cheaper.
I don't remember exactly price, but I think it's like 150 was in Brood War. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
not,
yeah, it might be.
doesn't matter. It wasn't a cost guess, the main point.
Yeah.
Right now, cost guess.
Okay, so right
what if
now,
Nidus-
I mean, how are you feeling in this game right now?
I know I lose the game because
Yeah,
like
it's pretty,
he
just
has
the supply is
mules.
so late. Yeah, exactly. The
And
supply is
if
so
he
low
has like
too.
in this situation when you have one base mining and Terran has one base mining, but he has always like mules, so his income like much more higher than yours. Look,
Yeah.
like twice or triple. So you and his units, if he has already like support units like Medivac, so he just make units like Marauders and Marines, and you have no Death Ball like Ultralisk or Broodlords.
Yeah, you
probably
have no
will lose
area
the game.
effect damage units. Yeah, so it's really bad. Okay, well, I mean, I think
God,
that's
this is-
pretty much it for this game.
Mhm.
But-
So-
But it was a cool game and good experience.
Yeah.
Like I saw a lot of mistakes when I see this replay right now
Mhm.
by myself.
but a lot of
like,
good
I-
dynamics here, though. I mean,
Yeah, it is. It's cool. If I was right now right here when he's going to take his 4 base, I think it will be maybe another. I can win the fight maybe.
as he's walking, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you still
right
have
here.
good fun. If I get good fungals, I can pretty easy to kill this, but I'm not sure. And here, right now, I will going to one choke with everything, no flanking,
Yeah.
not move. It was
Yeah.
just stupid, and all
Yeah.
my
What
leads
if-
will like
Even a run by would have been better too. I think.
yeah.
Like before this fight started, Dimaga, what if you just because you know this is the last fight, right? Like, if he
I like-
loses his
you know,
base,
Honestly, I just think like, okay, I have like fucking 15 Ultralisks full upgrade for Medivac, for investors.
Hell yeah! Let's
And,
kill
and
it.
he has almost nothing, and I know his base already
Yeah.
mined out. he has this first base, and my base already saturated fully. I just think, okay, I just A move and win a game, and I do it and I lose. But
Well, little did you not see his 16 Widow Mines that were burrowed right there too.
like this was a mistake from, or like big huge mistake. Like you don't need to do it.
Yeah, I
And
think.
cool.
I
Can
think
pause please. And right now,
Game.
right, and right now, as you see, like they start to fight with Widow Mines, and they take huge damage from Widow Mines, and at the same time, like a lot of Marauders shooting, like one by one, killing these Ultralights, and this is like really huge. Also, I really don't like that when Widow Mines not active, just running before your army, Terran army. And then you see this, you need to micro them. If you A move and they don't have a priority, this is like really hard for Zerg to micro. And this is a big problem, I think.
Yeah, with the Ultra. I mean, it's a really tight area too. Yeah,
I mean, if they would automatically attacked by links, it would be much more easier for Zerg to play against this.
I see.
Did you understand what I mean, Andre?
Yeah, I don't know, Andre. You get what he means?
Yeah, I do.
When they unborrowed and they just have no priority, and usually they unborrowed, you need to micro them, but it's like really hard when you have like 200 like link bailing muta. Usually you just trying to surround it and then a move and making your bailing move and Mutalisk sniping Medivacs. So this is, you have just no time to click on Widow Mines.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's actually a problem.
Yeah, and then
it's more defensive.
Well.
Yeah, it's just more defensive. You can't focus fire anything. You're just like trying to, if anything, you're just trying to get the unit that's being shot out of everybody else, right? Which can be pretty difficult.
Yeah. And this game, I think, like my unit composition not that good. Anyway, you need Broodlords.
Yeah, I think
against Marauders, and Broodlords is very good against Widow Mines as well.
Yes.
Oh, they're awesome against Widow Mines. Yeah.
Exactly.
But okay, well, that was definitely another good replay to go over. And why don't we take some questions from the viewers? How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, so if you guys want to ask Dimaga or myself or Great Torp any questions, it could be about anything. It could be about strategies. It could be about whatever, MLG or anything. Go ahead and either type it in stream chat, or you can start adding me on Skype. My Skype ID is ChanmanV, and I will, I'll pull you into the call, and you can ask your own question here. I think we have somebody here. I can't tell because it's in. Oh, never mind. It's Herbsy. Actually, Herbsy, did you actually have a question? I couldn't actually read that. So, all right, we got first question. Why is Great Torp lying to people saying that he can't target fire with Widow Mines?
I'm almost positive you can't. If you can, that would be so sick.
What?
He just tested it. He said you can.
Yeah. He also says, I mean, he's like my friend, and he says like,
can.
Yeah, you can, because like before I tested by myself, and you can.
God.
But right now you said like it was patched or something. That's why
I might. Then I'm.
At one point it was. I know at one point it was right that it wasn't, but okay. So Q1's calling.
I did not mean to lie to people.
Yeah, he meant to lie to you guys. Okay, let's get this straight. Q1, what's up, man?
Oh wow, that is crazy, man.
I think, by the way, with the Widow Mines, is you can only target fire them when they fired once, so you can actually choose a target when it's on cooldown. The first mine you can choose, I think it works like that.
Oh,
if you want some clearance on that.
Okay. Oh, so on the first shot.
Thank you very much. That is a gigantic.
But yeah, still, it's really huge. You can target fire what is the most climbed up, right?
Yeah.
Or when you drop Widow Mines to the drones, you can also target fire what you want.
You can't.
Or even in TVP, because the Widow Mine is a spell. It goes through the Immortal Shield, so they're gonna be like a high priority target.
Yeah.
Because you just take out all their shields, and it's like, LOL. Why did you make these stupid units? That's really cool.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I wouldn't call him all stupid, but
Kiwi, you got a
Right.
question, bud?
yeah, the question was, what would your Let's try that again. What was your favorite matchup and like favorite series in MLG if you watched all of them? Like Flash versus Life or Flash versus Innovation, the favorite map.
Okay.
Yeah, like for me it was like probably Last against Life. I think it was
Yeah,
really
Last
cool.
Against Life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really close. And like let's take a lot of risk going to this like counter to Life, like Helion play, and still managed to like first game win, and then like he also makes the same counter, but still managed to lose a game, and Life managed to win a game. It was just like for me, it was really cool. And obviously versus Flash, it was really nice finals. But I still think
Yeah.
Flash can play much better than he played that final. It's
Yeah, I
my
agree. What's your
opinion.
favorite, Andre?
Probably the last one, for sure. I mean, Flash versus Life. It was cool to see the overall series progression, and honestly, the 10 pull, was it 10 pull or 7 pull?
Yeah, twice.
Temple.
on-
Two 10
on-
pulls in a row, actually.
On Planet S, and the fact that Life won that game, I was blown away. I could not
Yeah.
believe that happened. It
Both
was like
of them
super insane.
The first one was like failed big time, and he still
Yeah,
was
yeah.
able to pull it out.
On Planet
yeah.
S, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, just crazy.
That did not make sense to me at all.
Yeah, man, my favorite series I think was the last one with a really close second with Innovation Flash. I think that TVT was crazy. I mean, if it wasn't just because I love Zerg so much, it might have actually been the Flash Innovation series. But
Though I was wondering, did any of you actually enjoy like the long games? Did you see the Thorsane versus Killer and the
Oh,
I can't
gosh.
remember which Terran that had like they had the 2-hour
The
fight.
yeah, I didn't saw Tarzan versus Killer, sorry, but as my favorite was like Ghosty User
the
against
Bomber,
Yeah,
Ghost
that
User.
one.
That was
at
an
New
awesome
Creek.
one.
That was like
Yeah.
the best one what I see. It was really cool. It was just like the coolest ZvT. Like
It's the
really
best,
cool.
some of the best casting.
Best nukes
too.
ever, guys. Best nukes ever.
Dude, nukes and dude,
Yeah.
yeah, nuking his own units and Hunter Seeker
Yeah.
mixed with Widowmine and oh my
that
god,
was
it's crazy.
Oh,
Do you like those kind of maps, or do you think like, or not like those kind of maps, but those kind of matchups, or would you rather see the quick ones like the Tempo Flash versus Life, or do you
yeah.
like both of them?
I like the
You
epic
need,
ones,
to,
man.
you need everything. You need to mix up them. Like for the show, you need everything. So I think like 10 pool is also cool, and like 1 hour game is also cool. You need both of them. So both of them is really cool to watch.
Yeah,
Alright,
definitely.
yeah, that was my question, so it gives you the time to someone else.
All right, thanks, bud.
thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, good question. Let's all right, let's take a question from stream chat here. We're gonna be doing the giveaway really soon. Dimaga, you gotta come up with a good way. Give it out, or else, I'm giving it away randomly, man.
Randomly, I don't know. Maybe someone with good question.
Good question. Okay, so best question here. Okay, let's look at the stream
Yeah.
chat. Andre, you look at the stream chat too, man.
Yeah,
Let's see.
what do you think of void raids? I shouldn't. Okay, I'm just gonna. Double fisting asks, do you think void raids need a nerf? And if so, what do you think the change would be? Let's talk just about PvZ. for void
About
raids.
PvZ, I don't know, like a really late game when you have like a half map against half map, it's like very like almost impossible to win, because like you can charge anytime you want with void ray. So yeah, they make like huge damage. But if you have like a good economy, better economy than Protoss, then you can overwhelm him, even against void ray. So right now, like I have like a crazy win rate against Protoss, like near 80 or 90 at ladder. But I
Holy
lose to
God.
yeah, but I lose to Blink like 5-0 and to Sage 5. Yeah, in show matches. So I think it's like need to discover a lot in the PvZ. But yeah, obviously like when you have air, like all unit you can mix as Protoss, like you will have like crazy units like carriers, void rays, few tempests, like 3 tempests, and then you added like archons and high templars, and then you just like mothership or something, just don't give a shit anything. You just you have nothing to kill that air, because you always have feedback storms against all grounds and against vipers.
Yeah, it's really
I got an
tricky.
idea for you,
Yeah.
Dimaga. This is what we
Yeah.
do, okay? You're Queen, Overlord, Ultralisk,
There
and
you go.
50 Spore Crawlers every single time. You just
Yeah.
walk them up.
Yeah.
This is like the
This
only
is the only
way.
way, man.
Yeah.
That's the only way you might have a chance. You might
Yeah,
have
you
a chance.
might have a chance.
You
If
might
your army
have.
doesn't die, but between the,
No,
the
usually
time it goes...
Usually, but usually it's really good timing. Like not only timing, it's very good because your queens have like 3 armors, and you have obviously full upgraded your Ultralisk. And Voidress has like +1. Sometimes if Voidress has +0 attack, and they just almost don't make damage to queens. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just mass queens against Voidress, yeah, and Ultralisk against all ground units. But if like Protoss has like infinitely amount of immortals, then you just die. So there's a lot of stuff you need to play and need to research as well. But I like it. I like this matchup. It's probably my favorite matchup right now.
So here's a question,
That's
Dimaga.
awesome.
How do you play anything but Muta versus Muta in ZvZ right now?
I hate this. I hate this. I don't know. I lose a lot of ZvZ lately. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not that good in Link Baylink anymore, the micro, and then like all this Muta stuff, like you need to be like really like almost like a brood war. Like
Yeah.
every Muta is like really important, and positioning, not macroing, like multitasking, always run by. La, la, la. I'm not that player. That good in this. Like I just love to fight in one big fight and surrounding. This is what I love to do, but not run by and other stuff. I will still need to learn all this stuff. I think this is my weakness.
I see. Yeah, Muta seem to be a huge part of ZvZ now. I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't know how many ZvZs I've seen now.
Yeah,
with just even-
today I lost to with Muta at Korhal City. It was like kinda close spawns. So my opponent just make 2 base. Queens, always queens. Speed for Overlord layer. So he make highways creep like 1/1 upgrade and Roach Queen, only Roach Queen, and he kill me. My Muta just do nothing. So in like short, yeah, really in short position by ground, this can be really good.
Yeah, it really is. That's
Sure, yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. Okay, we got another call in here. And Utku, you're next, buddy. I'll get you in a second. Hello, you there?
Yes, hello.
How are you?
I would like to ask you, Dimaga, if you had tried to play on the Korean servers. Is global play is online? And if so,
Honestly,
what impressions do you have?
Honestly, I didn't try to play in Heart of this War in Korean ladder, because before in Wings of Liberty I tried to play to Korean server, but I have 330 ping to Korea, so it's almost unplayable. It's playable, but it's like the 1 second delay or 2 second delay, so it's like better to practice at Europe server. So I don't play it in Korean server. I have a experience when I was in Korea in Wings of Liberty like 1 or 2 years ago, and yeah, Korean server is really strong. And right now I think it's when Caspa players also start to play StarCraft 2, it's like even much more stronger, I think. So yeah, it's obviously like the best server right now to train. But
And
you just like.
Have you maybe experienced playing with swarm hosts?
Yeah, I had, but I think it's viable. It's good against Terran mech. When Terran goes mech, you make like 5 of them,
Yeah.
make some pressure, and then transitioning to hive technology. Sometimes you can make only like 2 vipers to defense against some pushes if he goes. If you're not going to pushes, you just get Vipers into Brewlers and it's maybe Hydras, I don't remember. But I know it's good against Terran, Mech Terran. And against Protoss it's also good, but lately I don't play it at all. Like in the beginning I was playing a lot, like it was really crazy. It was Imba when you're playing Swarm Host, Corruptors and Overseers. That's all you need. But after Void Race was buffed, I don't know, it's not that good. It's really good against Protoss, like for example Star Station. If Protoss goes air, so you go only Swarm Host and Queens and Speedlings. So if you have like a shorter way to go to your opponent base, you can press him always. So this is like really kind of strong as well.
All right, buddy. Thanks for the call, man.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did I get him too early? God, I have such a quick trigger on this thing sometimes. All right, we got another caller. It's Utku.
Utku.
Oh,
Utku.
hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome to Pro Corner, man.
Second. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. I was going to ask. I think in the match with Life versus Last, he made like one Swarm Host to counter the Widow Mines. Do you think that was smart?
Really, I don't remember it, but yeah, maybe I didn't see all games. But yeah, it's like looks smart, but usually the problem with Widow Mines that not problem. If Widow Mines without support, it's not problem to kill them. But usually Widow Mines with support, like bio support, then it's a problem. Like 2 Swarm Hosts just can't go to Widow Mine because like they will die to bio. But yeah, it sounds smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, he built. I think he built 2, right? Or was it just 1? I can't.
I don't know. I think 1, but maybe 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely saw it. It worked really well too. It was really cool.
One more question. Did you feel bad for MC when he got 6 pulled by Life?
Oh God.
I feel really bad for MC, especially first and second game, because first game, as TT1 managed to tweet in his Twitter, like why would you do as Protoss when you scout 14-15 pull, make your Forge first before Nexus? Why? It's like making no sense. And he was doing it like make no sense overall. So usually you just make Nexus then Forge. It's like common, like on every Protoss knows this, but I don't know, he makes this mistake I think. And also in second game he was like making Nexus first and get 6 pulled. It was like fuck. It was just build order win. Sometimes happen. Just happens.
Yeah, I think it was very clever from Life to 6 pull in that huge map Whirlwind. Nobody expects that.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe, but from Life, when you're playing Life and you know his playstyle, I think you may expect it, especially against him. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He just MC just take a risk and he fails. I feel really bad
honestly.
because he can win. I think.
Okay.
Another thing, even game 3 was so sad because he clearly messed up his wall. He didn't mean to build his wall like that.
That was the main
You could see.
thing. Yeah.
He was so tilted, and then from there it's like, okay, well, I'll go 2 base Colossus, and he runs into a big all-in that he just doesn't have enough units for. It's like super unfortunate for
The
him.
2-base Colossus decision was kind of weird too. I was really surprised he went with that.
Especially on that map, yeah.
Yeah, he was just
Even
getting roached to death.
but
He was just
Life-
getting
but
roached
Life-
Ling to death the whole time. It was crazy. Yeah.
But even Life, I was surprised what Life was doing. He would just make like a Roach Link and that game, and still managed to like pressure. I was like, usually you just make Roach Link to defend any kind of aggression, but not do aggression by your own. And still, it was worked.
It was
I
old
was like,
school.
wow.
It was old school,
It was like-
12-minute max Stefano style, right? So it was.
Yeah, kind of like that. And without upgrades, without nothing.
Yeah.
So he
no
just make
upgrades. Yep.
units. I was like, what the fuck you doing?
He's Life.
He's winning.
I mean, Life finds a way.
That's life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. You can result is result. You can do nothing about that.
All right. Thanks for your question, man.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. How about a couple more, and then we'll do the giveaway. giveaway for the Razer keyboard. Just have to stick around. Or no, it's for the best question, right? Is that what we decided? Best question.
Yeah, I'm okay with everything. It's your keyboards.
Spencer, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
Got a question for us?
Yeah, so my question would be, before MLG, there was a blog post on the Blizzard Battle.net website, and essentially it listed the hot issues that they were going to be looking at, right? They said some stuff about Widow Mine, some stuff about drops, etc. After MLG, David Kim made a new post, blog post, saying, okay, well, we think it's great, we're going to wait a little while before we change anything. So my question was, do you think the game is balanced and doesn't need any changes right now? Do you agree with the perspective that they should wait? Or are the issues that we see now important enough to patch immediately?
I think like after life win, you just, this is a result. You can do nothing against this. So I think that David Kim says this, and Blizzard make this decision. I think this is right. This is like makes sense. You just need to wait a little bit, and then like if it will be really dominating by turns or Protoss, they just will come out and make some little changes. Because overall it's really fun to watch and really fun to play as well. Yeah, it's like for Zerg, you as a Zerg player right now, as me, it's really hard to play, but it's also like it's new challenge for you to train harder, to practice harder. It's also cool to be better, and then if it will be some changes in patch, you just be like top, like much more better. So I think this is a good decision.
The only thing I'm worried about with this David Kim's just challenge really in balancing Heart of the Swarm is that they've made the game so that the players with the highest skill cap, you know, like there's a huge gap between, you know, basically the pro players and the top pro players, then like the folks that are, you know, diamond players and you know, even master players really. And I'm afraid that like because Life's doing well and you guys can train and get to that point, you know, the rest of the folks can't get to that point. You know what I mean? It's much easier burrowing a bunch of Widow Mines and, you know, playing that sort of style from the Terrans in general than it is defending it. I mean, the defending it takes that kind of skill, like the highest level of skill to really navigate that. So, like, for even, like, somebody like me, it's, like, drastically on the other end of it, I think. So I think they have to take that into consideration, which is, it's tough. Because I think it is in a good place with the pros right now. I think it's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's in a good place.
I actually got the chance to talk to David Kim.
Yeah.
He was at the SoCal Barcraft yesterday that I went to. And the amount of knowledge that he has about the game is actually really, really extensive. And I feel like he is making the right decision, waiting it out. Personally, I do think there are some serious problems with TVP. After watching ZvT, though, I think it's not nearly as bad, but TVP, I definitely think there is a big problem, and I'm not finding a good solution, even after watching MLG. Like, MLG was really nice. I got to see some innovative styles, obviously Bomber, Life, even MC to an extent. But what it comes down to is that I think TVP, it's still maintained a lot of what Wings of Liberty was, and now with the medevac upgrade, there's a pretty severe problem I would say 11 minutes where Terran can get a base and Protoss really can't anymore. Overall, though, I have a lot of respect for Blizzard. I think they're doing the right decision by waiting. We need more sample sets. We need the players to actually evolve into playing Heart of the Swarm instead of Wings of Liberty.
This is true.
Now, as a quick follow-up to that, if you look at the map score win ratios combining IEM and MLG, the current kind of balance structure is Terran above Protoss above Zerg. But this combines both Korean and foreigner win rates, right? So where do you think the cutoff point is? Should it be like most of GSL and Pro League? Should we let those play out to really make a decision? How much do you think the foreigner versus Korean dynamic plays into this?
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at IEM and you look at... okay, put it this way. 2 Koreans out of 10 didn't
10,
make
yeah.
IEM groups.
Yeah.
2 Koreans out of 10. In this,
H.
foreigners went 0 for I don't know, but they got 0 set wins. There's clearly a big gap between Koreans and
Yeah.
foreigners. That is
Obviously.
unquestionable.
Yeah.
But we should look.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
I was saying statistically, I mean, 30 is the minimum sample set to really see if there is any indicators of balance or not. But realistically, 30 is such a tiny number still. We're looking to the hundreds, 200, 300, thousands of games to really get a good assessment of things. And even that's going to be really hard. I think you should look at ladder and you take the top maybe 50 people and you run it across maybe the past 2 months with valuing the most recent games more than obviously the 2 months ago. And then you make an average that way. That's the only real indicator, I think, because that'll account for the evolution of play. It'll account for slight balance and imbalances that are being removed and added.
Right, but again, getting back to the point I made before, it's that you're talking again about the top, like the highest of echelon, when 98% of the rest of the folks are like that. I think that needs to be taken into consideration. If more, in some ways, right? If we're looking at really the health of the game itself. So it's a tough job that David has, and I respect him a lot for it, and I know he has like a ton of knowledge. I mean he's GM random, right, and on Korea too. So it's it's just a tough thing. That's all I'm saying. That's like I don't know. Like again, I love where it is in the pro level, and I don't think he should change anything from a pro standpoint. But I think the casual standpoint, I'd love to see the statistics for that in the next
but it's
few
like
weeks.
it's like almost impossible to balance like top player and the lowest player leagues.
Yeah.
I always was laughing when Blizzard says like we want to make balance every single league. I was like, really? It's like almost impossible to do. Like my point of view, if you balance like the top player, then like all other player can just trying to do the same, at least trying. I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, they made it harder. I mean, they made the gap even bigger, in Heart of the Swarm, which is cool because for me, I'm more impressed when I see the pros play, like in Heart of the Swarm, like this MLG. I mean, that's what got me all just juiced up, about MLG. It's just seeing this remarkable play, like stuff I can't do. You know what I mean? And so that was amazing. But when the stuff I can't do becomes maybe like necessary, that's when it starts getting tough, right? So that's just something they have to figure out. They don't have to like balance at the point where literally it's all there's not much difference, right, between like the pro player and like the top GM players, but they'll probably have to do something eventually, just further down the road. I mean, I think there's not enough data yet, but I can just kind of see it. I can't imagine that it can get any easier for lower level Zergs with less actions, APM, and it can't get any easier for them. I mean, so
yeah,
but we'll see.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks,
thanks for the answer, guys, and shout out to VG. Talk to you guys later.
All right, later.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
GG, yeah. All right, last one, and then we'll do the giveaway. Get ready, guys. It might be random style. Let me get on my channel just to get that ready. See how this thing works. I haven't even tried this random thing. Let's see. Where is it? Dang. Oh, I guess this guy's not here. Any other good questions in the stream chat you see, Andre, by chance?
Let me see.
I had this random plugin thing before. I don't know where it's at. I don't see it right now. I'm gonna have to pick out a different way to do random. Okay.
Yeah, I like just this. Dimaga, I've asked this to a lot of people actually, but what are your goals in 2013? What's your 6-month plan? What's your 12-month plan? And even let's say 5-year plan for the future?
Yeah. Okay. Like for right now, like obviously I just playing kind of a lot, streaming like all my practice game. I didn't commentating to get like the best shape right now. So I'm just just practicing and showing it to the people who want to see it. So I think I will be in good shape. I'm already in pretty okay shape, I think. And my goal is obviously to find the sponsors, teams, and then going to some, with their support, to some big tournaments like DreamHack, I think, something like that, something near me in Europe, and maybe like one tournament in America. I hope I really want to get to BlizzCon. I was 2 times already. It's like my almost a dream again to get to BlizzCon. It's just very, very cool stuff to be there. So yeah, like I think one big tournament in America, it will be. This is like my goals for this year, I think, and in future to stay in esport, to still playing as much as possible, I think. And obviously in my life it's to get everything good in my family, my wife, kids. Obviously I want this, and to get flat and other stuff, and still be in esports. I think I can be a pro gamer as for a really long time. But if it's not like that, I will try to do like commentating, coaching, like anything like that. I will be really enjoying.
You'd be great at that. You'd be great at those things too. For sure.
Thanks. I hope so. Yeah. So this is like my plans. Yeah, something like that.
All right. Okay, so I figured it out. Well, it was because I was using Firefox instead of Chrome. But I have this basically a randomly picks from the folks that are logged into Twitch. So you better log into Twitch right now, guys, if you guys want to participate in this. And let me show you the screen I'm looking at. We're doing this giveaway for this keyboard, guys. And let me set up this. How should we do this? I need to get another overlay with that web view actually soon. So we'll have that in the future, guys. But here is what I'm looking at so that you guys can all watch me. Watch me. All right, so we're just going to lay it on top here, old school style. Can you guys see it? Hopefully you guys can see it. All right, I'll give you guys a second to log in. We got 109 people logged in right now. Let me update this real quick. It may take several seconds. Okay, so I click the roll dice, and then a name comes up, all right? And here's the deal. Well, whoever's name comes up will win. And you need to PM me on Twitch to, so I can get your information right after. And so here we go. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Bam!
Ooh.
Roll it.
Chronotas! Oh, Chronotas was asked the question earlier too, didn't he? I think he said, Chronotas, you're the winner, buddy. You're not following ChanmanV. That's what it says right there. What's up with that, dude? What is up
Redo
with
that
that?
right now, Chan.
Should we re-roll? Should we re-roll? No, just kidding. Chronotas, go ahead and there he is. Okay, nice, Amy. Go ahead and message me on Twitch TV, and I will get that to you. And for those of you hadn't watched Pro Corner before and don't know what we do here, we do these Razor giveaways every week, so that you guys can kind of have a nice little treat, or at least one of you guys can kind of get a prize after the show too. Not only just get this great experience with the pros that we have come on the show, but also get a chance to leave with some great gear. But well, Andre, first show, man. What'd you think, man? You look tired,
awesome.
Dude. Look at you.
No. Barcraft wore me out. Man.
Exactly. Well, I'm still recovering from MLG too, man. But Dimaga, man, Dima, big thanks for you coming on. I always love having you on. You know how it is, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it was pleasure to talk, to see Andrew once more time. It's like always nice to see you and to chat with you guys. It's to discuss everything, all this stuff. I really like, and even I was watching all this, like my 2 replays with you. It was like really good experience and good knowledge. I also see a lot of my mistakes. I need to work on it.
Yeah, it's an exciting time now, and that's why, this, our show, I think, it's a pretty good time to have, you guys come on and just talk with the community and everything, because everybody's back to playing now, I think, and experimenting with stuff and learning this game again. So, but you got any shout-outs you want to do, Dima?
Yeah, thanks to all people who was tuning in today and who will watch this in video, VOD, and to you, thanks to to you, Chris, to you, Andre, and just follow me at Twitter, Dimaga SC, also Facebook, and also my Twitch channel. It's like still MTW Dimaga.
All right, I'm
And thanks,
all
guys.
I'm typing it all in here, just so you guys have it. So twitter.com/DimagaSC and twitch.tv/DimagaSC. Andre?
No.
Is
It's
it not?
MTW
Oh,
Dimaga.
MTW. MTW
But
for
it's
Twitch.
okay.
For Twitch?
Yeah, for Twitch.
Okay.
It's still old one.
Okay, MTW. There we go.
Yeah.
There
Thanks.
we go. Yeah, there
All
we
right.
go.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. It was awesome to be joining you, Chanman. So much fun, and
Just the beginning, man.
you know, I have to say, Chris, you're really like what's
Uh-oh.
what's the word?
Here
I'm
we
looking
go.
for?
He's got to search for the word. This can't be good, man.
No, like you are one of the biggest contributors to StarCraft 2, and it's really awesome to see that. I mean, the consistency of your products is always amazing, and I really urge you guys to support Chanman because he's doing this all from himself. You know, he's doing this. He's taking this time out of his even his family to contribute to the StarCraft community. So I really urge you guys, if you can, subscribe on the bottom and tune in more often because all of his shows are awesome.
Yeah, totally agree.
I appreciate that, man. I would appreciate it too if you did that same thing. No, but I, Andre, like again, I've been looking for a co-host, and because I really think that Pro Corner, kind of needed that extra element to it, and I think you're a perfect candidate for it, and I think we're going to have some great fun and some great episodes, in the coming future here with all, hopefully a lot more pros and a lot more interesting kind of segments and stuff. We're going to be adding stuff to it because Andre has a lot of cool ideas too. So that's another great thing is that you're just you're so motivated about it too. So it's really it's humbling for me too to have you really really loving all this too. So it's just going to be great. But my shout outs, I'm just going to give shout out to my mods and my mods for always, obviously manning the channel and letting folks know whenever my overlay hasn't changed. I mean, that's without scene changer, man. Sometimes I can be terrible about that. But so big thanks to those guys. And God, there's something I'm forgetting. I feel like I need to give a shout out to all the photographers too. So thank you to where is it? Shoot, I thought I had it up here. Do I not have it up here anymore? Oh gosh, who did your? It was Tom. It was Tom, right? Gosh, sorry, I gotta bring this up real quick. I had this up before. Just who basically did all the photos for our. Okay, so Tom Cam, yeah. So big shout out to Tom Cam, Lena Hyde Photography, MTW, and I think that's it for any of the photos that we used today on the show. The VODs, guys, will be available on youtube.com/ChanmanV once the show ends, so I can upload it. But you can find all the past episodes there for Pro Corner, Climb the Ladder, and Wednesday Night Sprites. So check that out. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/ChanmanV, and facebook.com/ChanmanTV, and you'll find out all the information about the shows. I try to get try to let you guys know as much as possible when I finally finalize things. And lastly, join the StarCraft 2 discussion community in Google+. It's a discussion group that myself and Redeye started, but I've been pretty much just kind of moderating it and running it for the time being. And there's a good I forget what, I think we're almost up to 3,800 folks in there now. So
wow.
Kind of building it up, and it's slightly different than Reddit and slightly different than TL. So it's kind of cool. So go trying to build that up too. But yeah, that's going to be it for Pro Corner, guys. So next week, we're going to try really hard to get a Terran on next week. Or Terran or Protoss. Definitely not a Zerg again, hopefully. So I'll let you guys know whenever we have it finalized. But look for Pro Corner to be on more regularly in the near future. But yeah, for ChanmanV, Great Torp, and Dimaga, we'll see you next week. See ya.
See ya.
Bye, guys.